Recently, comedian Theo Von was on the last episode of the Tigerbelly podcast that's hosted by Bobby Lee as well as his ex-girlfriend Kalila Goon. And General Lee, who's Bobby, threw some shade over at Brendan Schaub as he does from time to time, and Theo Von is quick to react and join in on the hilarity of the moment by roasting Bappa just a little bit, then turning around and asking if Bobby Lee is still screwing around with Brendan Schaub. Oh, it's beautiful. And as the podcast episode continues, Bobby Lee throws some more shots over at Brendan Schaub's direction. Will this be an ongoing thing? Because General Lee does this from time to time, like I said, and I think he should lean into it a little bit more, especially on this podcast. I mean, might as well. Hey, Brendan Schaub, what happened to those 300 pages of evidence? Anyhow, let's go ahead and check out this first clip.
Is number one, may I ask you a question? Oh my God, bro. This is like being in the worst court case ever. I feel like I'm back at the Brendan trial.
All right, I will say my...
Are you guys still harassing him on the internet?
No.
That's what I'm...
Judge, may I pose a...
Please.
It's refreshing to see the comedy world feel like they can openly mock Brendan Schaub now. Hi, Shane Gillis. Bappa's kids call Theo Von Uncle Theo, and he roasts Bappa like this? Now that's dicey. It's because they talk on the phone every day and text every day. And wow, Theo Von in Los Angeles? Hell, I wonder if Theo will stop by the Golden Hour podcast or make an appearance over at the Fighter and the Kid podcast. I highly doubt it. No Golden Hour and no Fighter and the Kid for Theo. But let the truth be known, from what I understand, the Tigerbelly podcast keeps episodes banked, so this probably happened a few weeks ago. So no Uncle Theo for the kiddos. But like Bappa said, Theo Von's working through some stuff, so give him some space. Brendan Schaub must be a comedian's comedian because they all laugh when he's mentioned. Bappa's so funny, he is the joke. Brendan will claim 75% of revenue from this episode. And why is this? Because he was mentioned. They defamed him. Now he's going to file a false copyright strike because they were not nice. Was that nice? Define bullying. And Brendan's going to take it all the way to family court, Uncle Theo. See what you did? I mean, god damn it. Even Theo Von shits on Brendan for blaming General Lee over the subreddit. That's absolutely hilarious. Think about it. Theo's coming back to the pod any day now is what Brendan's thinking. Schaub explained it on the last episode. Brendan stating that he and Theo Von has some personal stuff to take care of and he'll be back real quick. Don't worry about that. Just to let you know, Bappa's still waiting. But then again, at least they're talking every day. So thank him. And it looks like Theo Von is slowly morphing into MacGyver. And Theo didn't even need to finish saying the whole word. The context and the he's a good g. And that was it. That was enough. Because everybody speaks Shabanese. Hey, be cool, man. General Bobby Lee is also the hacker known as 4chan. The guy is multi-talented. He's Asian as shit. 300 pages. Like literally, just imagine how much shit these guys talk about Brendan and all of his BS off camera. I'd love to be a fly on that wall. And you know what would be glorious? I was thinking, when is Bappa gonna be on Tigerbelly again? Brendan Schaub, Bobby Lee, and Kalila Goon. They're such good friends and people. Want it, need it. Oh, I hope it happens soon, and it'll kind of feel like death by 1,000 ex-co-hosts. Is it official that Bobby Lee and Theo Von are both officially homeless cats from P.F. Chang's? Bobby Lee is for sure. Bobby told Brendan directly he wants nothing to do with him, which is understandable when two people you thought were your buddies threaten you physically, your livelihood, impact your relationship, and use other relationships, a la Joe Rogan, as blackmail. And yes, that includes Brian Callen. Theo Von got in bed with Brendan Schaub for the payday and hung around way longer than he should have. People predicted he'd leave at any moment and just kept doing the King and the Sting podcast. The Bobby Lee incident happened, then Theo Von finally bailed on on Brendan and hasn't been back since in any facet, and now he's killing it. Theo Von sitting cage side at UFC events all the time, chopping it up with the ringside card girls, selling out theaters all across the world, killing it on ad revenue on his YouTube podcast this past weekend. Well, Brendan Schaub sits there on 6 podcasts that nobody watches, pretends to be a gearhead, only to flip his TRX, getting balls deep into fish when they're all dying in the aquarium, pretending to rescue puppies while turning them into show dogs. But Theo Von's the one that's got to figure some stuff out. You sure about that, Baba? And it's so funny hearing that noise Theo Von made as he's trying not to laugh. Brendan is such a joke. He's a walking meme. All 300 pounds of him. And it's so funny to watch them, meaning other comedians like Bobby Lee and Theo Von, talking just like us over here. Talking like them homeless cats over at PF James on that subreddit. Talking like us and laughing openly like us. Oh, Baba, you are now the laughing stock of your own dream world. Enjoy it, sir. God, I would love to see Brendan's face when he's watching these video clips on his phone. Brendan always said Bobby Lee was the nicest guy around. That's why he had to light him up. Schaub doesn't shrug walk with no soy boys. As promised, here's another clip where Bobby Lee throws some shade. Shots fired at Brendan Schaub again. Check this moment out.
I'm talking about like Venus Williams, US Open.
Oh, God.
Right? And then her vagina smells like her armpit.
4 sets.
Wait, that a lot of guys like that.
Yeah.
Look at George.
And that guy's name is Brendan Schaub.
No, look at him.
No, don't cowabunga this, dude. You don't know anything about it, dude. I don't want to even talk about stuff like that. Why do we always talk about bad smells and lots of... I didn't want to even talk about... I was just giving you my gripes.
A very close friend of ours.
Bro, a lot of guys don't like a stinky vajayjay. What the hell is she talking about? I swear, most guys don't like a stinky poontang. I bet some dude probably told her that to make her feel better. Delilah jerked off dogs, so yeah. I've noticed that Bobby Lee has been throwing a lot of shots lately towards Brendan. Maybe it's because people no longer have to pretend like Brendan Schaub is a comedian anymore because he's retired. He's a gearhead now. Schaub used to run to Joe Rogan every time someone would make a joke at his expense. I mean, that literally, he talked about it. I'm sure Joe Rogan really did tell people to back off at the beginning, and because the comedians in his circle are a bunch of groveling cowards, everyone bent the knee. That was the status quo for a while until the 300 pages incident. It's now clear that Joe Rogan has removed his protection over Brendan Schaub, and everyone is going for him again willy-nilly, which they should have been doing since the beginning. But I guess it's easier to tell assault victims or disabled people, oh, it's a joke, get over it, than tell the violent midget to Rogan, it's just a joke, get over it, about Schaub. But I have to say, Bobby Lee is a pussy for still doing that podcast with her. Yeah, talking about Kalila Kuhn. And we all know that was a subconscious dig at both her and Schaub. We all know Bobby wanted Kalila armpit-scented meat sleeve. Hers probably stank, so she says that to cope. When Kalila talked about her dog smelling her panties, I mean, holy fuck, that was gross. Dogs love the smell of ripe pussy. I'm guessing General Bobby Lee is going to get a stern-worded text from Brendan Schaub when he hears about this. Remember, Baba isn't taking it anymore. Schaub comes for everybody who makes fun of him. So let's see what happens. I'm going to still wait for that episode 2 of Tigerbelly featuring the return of Brendan Schaub. Make it happen, General Lee. Anyhow, let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, because truly that's all that matters, even though we don't matter. But hey guys, do me a huge favor. First, enjoy your weekend, but hit that subscribe and like on your way out. Also push the notification bell so you know when new videos come out. And thank you guys so much for watching all the videos that I put out there. You guys are the best. I truly do appreciate it, and I'll see all of you guys in the next video for sure.
Like, but the Balenciaga one, Jesus Christ.